Alrighty, so after a drive last night, we found we had a bit of an oil leak. So that front pulley bolt right there, I didn't add sealer to it. Turns out you need to add sealer behind it. So when I did the other engine, I didn't do that. So this one here, yeah, I don't know why this one didn't leak. That one does, no idea. But you look in the manual and it actually says add sealer to the back of the bolt. So whatever. So what we had to do is put the car into third gear, cracked the bolt, and then the son stayed in there with his foot on the clutch the whole time. Well, I took the bolt out, cleaned it, sprayed some brake cleaner over the surfaces, applied some RTV. I replaced the O-ring. Thankfully I had an O-ring set, which just got that from super cheap like 5 years ago. So just one of these kits. And yeah, it was just that one there. So heaps of them. Anyway, it was like $5 at the time, so it's been a lifesaver. And just put some RTV copper on the back of the bolt and a couple of dots of this just to make sure it doesn't undo again. But yeah, I wasn't going to put thread locker on there because I know how much of a pain in the ass they are to get out. But I think it's worth it. Because if this thing's going to be making as much power as I hope it's going to be making, probably best it's going to be thread lockered in. So we just got to do that bolt up. My torque wrench goes to 150 foot-pounds. If you look it up, it's anywhere from 90 to 250. So yeah, but I thought it was 90. Centric shaft pulley hub bolt is 90 foot-pounds apparently. So we're gonna do it to 90. It's in third gear, Jeremy? Is it in third gear? Well, that was easier than I thought it was. A little bit more, just to make sure. So that shouldn't leak anymore, I hope. It's only a small leak. The other problem that we have is we have a slight coolant leak from that fitting right there, this one right here. So I took that off to flush it, and yeah, we had some coolant pooling down here, running down there and then running down, and you can see it at the bottom there. So anyway, probably not on camera. And that one is not round. It's like, because I think at one point when I took the engine out originally, we had to grab onto this to pull the hose off, and it's not round anymore. So we'll pull that pipe back off, and stick a extension bar in there and round it again, and then put it back on. And hopefully that'll be it for the leaks for now anyway. Then we're going to go for a drive, make sure it's all good. Then yeah, we'll go from there.
What about the exhaust?
The exhaust, yeah, we had a small exhaust leak. It was popping and sounding all kinds of weird shit. So I might check that as well.
Horrible.
Yeah, I think the V-band clamp missed one of the V-bands.
That would be my fault.
Yeah, they're a little bit of a pain in the arse, those V-bands. You know, you can't really see 360 degree of it. And you put it on there, it looks like it goes on, but it's just like the V-band's there and the clamp goes on like this, and it just misses one side, and you can't really tell until you start it and you're like, oh, there's a leak. Anyway, we'll get into that and get that done and we'll go for a drive. Alright, so we've swapped cars around. We've got the red one in the driveway now. And we're about to drop the engine into it. So that's my old engine out of the turbo black one. Just cleaned it up, put it all back together and flex plate on and intake manifold and everything on. Gave it a bit of a clean yesterday, so it's all looking nice and cleanish anyway. I didn't go to the extent of wire brushing every surface, just where I could get to easily and where the degreaser didn't clean it up. So yeah, anyway, we're going to drop it into the car now as we get changed out of my work clothes and get it in here so we can get that done and get it drivable so it's easier to move around, because at the moment it's a fucking nightmare. I've got to push it up the neighbour's driveway and then down into our driveway. So anyway, it takes 3 people to do that. So let's get it in there, get it done, and then move on to other things. Alright, so we're chucking the engine in, exhaust and all. And I'm just going to move that compressor out of the way, bring it up so it can all go in, pull some of this wiring out of the way, doesn't get squished, and drop it in. And check up the gearbox again so I don't have that same problem we had last time, and get it mounted and get it in. Alright, so about half an hour, 45 minutes roughly. It's all in, it's all lined up, all the gearbox bolts are getting done up now. Flex place bolts are on. We just drop the engine down as far as we can, the rest on the subframe to get the gearbox bolts at the top of the engine in. And then yeah, we'll get the rest tidied up and we can get it started today. Alrighty, so it's been a hell of a night, hell of a day. It's now like 8 o'clock at night. Jesus, that light's terrible. So car is virtually all done. We're pretty much ready to start it now. Yeah, OEM stuff is a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, everything was so much harder to put on. Like on the black car, like, this didn't take that long. Mainly because I fabricated a lot of the shit, so I know where it went. But there's just so many little fiddly things that they really throw you off. So anyway, we're all back together, and yeah, we just have a look. Obviously, I need to put the cover back on. I need to buy some new relays because yeah, some of these are broken. Everything's in. There's coolant in there. There's oil in there. The exhaust is done up. I had to heat the bolts up and then crack them because I couldn't get the springs off with the nuts on them. So I just used some WD-40 and a butane torch and got them off. So now we're good to go. So we're gonna give it a start and see what happens. All right. So we just pulled the fuse out for the fuel pump so that it doesn't fire, because all the oil thing and everything should be pretty empty. So I just want to crank it over a couple of times just to make sure that yeah, there is oil going through the bearings before we fire it. So where's the key? Yep, that's park. Cool. All right. I guess, yeah, just crank it over.
Let me see.
Okay. Just make sure there's no oil on the ground or fucking anything. Go again. Cool. Now, do we have... yeah, we need more water. Yeah. Engine light's always on before the engine starts. Alright, let's chuck the fuse in. Turn the ignition off. Ignition on. Can you hear the fuel pump going?
Yeah, here you go, mate. Ready?
Yep, good. Oh, microphone stuck to the fucking... God, stuck to the fucking door. Oh, hang on. Alright, crank it. So quiet. Yeah, a bit smoky at the moment. Huh? Yeah, smoky. Oil pressure? Yeah.
See what I will feel to?
Yeah. It'll be all the ATF fluid and everything that we put into it originally. All burning out.
Oh.
Hey? Yeah, but it's still in the exhaust manifold. So, we're gonna need some more coolant. And probably some more water. Turn it off. The water pump pulley isn't tight. The water pump pulley isn't tight. That's it. third time we've done that. Yeah. Too much again. Alright, start it back up. Better. Now the water pump probably not flapping around in the breeze. Starts easy. Yeah, let it go. Fun. It's got to do an idle learn. There we go. And it still has a catalytic converter. Smell the fumes. Burning off all the oils and the ATF fluid from when we tried to start it before the engine swap. Actually kind of good. Alrighty, so we are pretty much done everything on this red one now. So we took it for a drive last night and it is actually pretty smooth, apart from the tyres being shagged. The rear ones are pretty bald. Front ones sound like absolute crap. The brakes are all rusted up because it hasn't moved for so long, and the tyre pressure is definitely low. But otherwise, it drives good. Now, obviously the engine is good because it came out of the black one. There's a lot of ATF fluid still in the exhaust from when we tried to start it originally, and it smoked out the entire street for a couple of minutes. But yeah, anyway. Plan for today now is to pretty much give it a clean because yeah, it hasn't been cleaned in a while. Just got shit everywhere. Yeah, a lot of dirt and crap, a lot of bugs on the inside. Give these seats a bit of a leather condition as well because yeah, they're starting to feel a bit dry, and I don't want them cracking up like what mine did. Unfortunately, it happened before I got the car, but yeah, needs a good clean anyway. But yeah, you can see like all these bugs. So I don't know what the hell they are, but anyway, they need to be killed or vacuumed up. And everything cleaned. That's the floor mat. Like, obviously someone was living in there. Some random shit. Like, the fuck is that? Like, obviously sauce packer, but yeah, it's gross. Oh, it's still alive. Look at that. Fucking hell. Hey, what is that? Wiggling around in there. Anyway, I'm going to pressure clean the fuck out of this and spray it with some insect killer and maybe sanitize the car as well because I have no idea what that is. Never seen it before. Little larva of some sort, but it's going to get killed now. So, getting to get rid of all that shit. And then take it for another drive and make sure she is all good. Yeah, and then the cruise on the weekend down to Brap and Chat, Jesus, at Cleveland. So I'm going to take the black one for that and hopefully get a bit more Ks on it. Then we can start tuning that again, but yeah, I'm thinking about taking the plates off of this and going to get a roadworthy. Obviously I need 2 tyres at least. And yeah, get this registered so maybe the wife can drive this and I'll drive the black one. I don't know, we'll see. Really like the red colour though. It stands out a lot more. The red with the black interior. I could always put the black interior out of this into that one and take the red and black interior out of that and put it into this one. That could work. That way that one's all black and this one's black and red. Yeah, I'll see what happens. So I'm just going to give these a vacuum before we pressure clean them because yeah, I don't want to embed the crap into the carpet. I want to vacuum as much out and then spray it. yeah, see what happens after that point. That'll do for the initial. Now I'm gonna go set up the pressure cleaner, spray some shit on this, foam it up, scrub it down. I've got a brush around here somewhere that I can use to scrub it, and try and get the rest of that crap out, like that stuff right there. And then I might spray it with some insect repellent or something just to try and make sure there's no dust mites or anything shit in there. Yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so we vacuumed the car up. Haven't washed it yet, but it's looking a bit cleaner. Still got to wipe down the seats and everything, and yeah, give it a bit of a detail. I did find a mark on the back though, which I didn't know was there. I'm gonna have to fix that fucking thing up. So just there. Obviously it's missing the side skirt. It's inside. I've got to go buy some more double-sided tape and stick that to it, and maybe some Sikaflex possibly. Yeah. Alright, so I've taken it for a drive around the block a couple of times, trying to get some of this rust off the rotors. Definitely, it's been sitting for a while, so the rear ones are the hardest. They're fucking caked on. So I think that might need a longer drive. But yeah, it looks like I don't know what's going on with that gearbox though, because it looks like a 6-speed automatic, but I couldn't get it past 4. So maybe it's a Series 2 4-speed, who knows. But yeah, it drives good, everything works well, the aircon works, which is awesome. It goes fucking cold, so that's awesome. Even the little knobs on the front to adjust the temperature and the fan, you just one click and it actually moves. Where on mine, you're like, you scroll and it just doesn't want to do anything. But yeah, otherwise it goes well. Still a bit of smoke coming off of it from all the oil in there, but yeah, that'll take some time. So I get the pressure washer out, give it a wash, put some scented stuff in there and condition the seats up, and then that'll be it. We'll go get it roadworthy and get it registered. Alrighty, so the roadworthy guy's on his way. He should be in a couple of minutes. So we just make sure everything's all good, all the lights work. Everything seems to be good. I still haven't put that little side skirt bit on, but I'm sure that won't be an issue for roadworthy. Only thing I'm worried about is the brakes, because it hasn't been driven. It's, yeah, the rotors are a bit pitted, but yeah, see what he says. So check back when he's out, when he's been, and yeah, see if it passes or not. Alrighty, so that passed roadworthy fine. So yeah, no problems whatsoever, thankfully. So we're now working on the black one. I just pulled one of the oil injectors out, and it is stuffed. Can't hold vacuum whatsoever. So yeah, not ideal. I can blow through it and I can suck through it, not a problem. So I might pull the rest of them out and check them, because yeah, that's not ideal.